Are India, or is India, approaching crisis in Test cricket? And who is going to step into the void?
Okay. As we sit here now, South Africa are the best Test team in the world.
Yes.
Right?
Is Temba Bavuma the best Test captain?
Oh, that's interesting.
Do you know his record as captain?
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Played 12. I think it's played 12 as captain. Won 11.
What's his attack?
And hasn't lost.
Good, isn't it?
There you
Well, hang
are.
on.
You need an attack.
Oh, hang on. Yes. Okay. But there's some good attacks around.
Yeah.
And he's also been missing a few. There was no Rabada in this. I mean, Simon Harmer didn't have a great time in India 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So good attack, definitely.
Good attack.
I think their batting has improved.
Very good.
Well, it had to.
Yeah.
Because beforehand, you and I were batting for them. I mean, they picked some terrible
last
batting
time
lines.
they were in England, they had a great attack.
Yeah.
But they stunk it out with the bat, didn't they? Now they've got a good batting lineup.
Solid.
Solid batting experience. They've got a captain who is Graham Thorpe-esque in terms of only scoring runs when they're really needed, and when it's a bit easy, he thinks, oh, I won't bother today, which is exactly what you need. He scores some of the best non-centuries I think that's ever been played. And yeah, they've got spinners, they've got fast bowlers. They can even afford to have lost a couple of fast bowlers as well.
So my point is that
But they
India
didn't play enough, do they? I mean,
no. But my point is that India have lost to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they are World Test champions as well.
They're World Test champions. I would argue, I don't think they're massively better than the Australian team, but they're a little bit better than the Australian team at the moment. And so you would argue that India have lost to the best team in the world, right? That doesn't seem to be the conversation. The conversation seems to be, we lost to New Zealand, now we've lost to South Africa, all is lost. And I think you have to be a little bit realistic. They played really good cricket, India, against England in England.
Yeah.
To come back from we all thought they were gone mentally in that series. Right?
Yeah.
And they fought their way back brilliantly with that draw and then that win at the end to be like, no, we're ready. But they're a young team.
Yeah.
They're an inexperienced team. Shubman Gill, their star, has basically been a no-show in this series. He hurt his neck in the first innings, I think, and hasn't played since. They're trying all these weird things with these all-rounders where...
Washington Cinder at 3.
I think
Jarrell and Pant playing.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've...
Reddy came back.
Even
though they weren't going to bowl him.
Kuldip Yadav, who everyone wants to be in the side.
They picked 6 bowlers in the first Test match, and then they asked the pitchers to make a raging Bunsen. It's like, you don't want 6 bowlers if you've got a raging Bunsen. You want 6 bowlers if it's going to be flat. So they're not even thinking what they're asking for here, right? The first Test, I think you can argue that there was an element of, we asked for a spinning pitch, which we shouldn't have because it's a seamy wicket there, right? And then they got caught on the fact that it was a inconsistent bounce pitch, right? No one had any idea what that pitch was going to do. It was hard to play off. The second one, you could argue that because they don't have someone like Ashwin who can get wickets when it's a little bit tough, like they're younger bowlers or not as experienced bowlers in Test cricket, there's an element of that the South African innings got away from them, and then they had to go out and bat after they've been in the field for 2 days. Ask him what that's like. It's not the same as anything else. So there are reasons why they have lost these games. The team is really good. They made a mistake with the selection and the pitch and everything else. But you look at them at the moment and they look shot. They're not sure what to do to win Test matches as it currently stands, and that's a huge problem. And Gautam Gambhir is under just like next level pressure at the moment, right?
I was going to ask you as a former coach as well, and you can answer the question that I asked you earlier as well. But what is it like being in the hot seat when things are not going right and everybody's kind of looking at you?
Well, I was thinking before I came down last night that, from a football, if you look at football and you look at the great managers, and I know Alex Ferguson a little bit and how he dealt with players at Man United. So, you're in a big goldfish bowl and you're under the spotlight. What's the one word that he was a great man manager? And this applies to cricket because I've done the job and I know exactly what it means. The one word, it's a 3-letter word beginning with W that Alex Ferguson used to say to the players at the end, and make sure you
win.
Yeah. It pays the rent. Keeps everybody quiet. You have to win. And, I'd sort of sit back when a player says, that's the way we play. No. You have to win. Yeah. Because it shuts everybody up. Makes everybody feel good. The people who support you, who are very, very important. So you get it under a bit of siege as you do, but you can understand if they're better players. And if you can come out and say, we've had a great time, now we're rebuilding. And it might take a little bit of time to rebuild. we've got to pay tribute to Virat Kohli, to MS Dhoni, to Sharma, to all the great players we've had. And now it's these younger guys who've got to come in and learn, and it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, there should be a rollback. I think
You have to say that. You have to say we need a bit of time. We've lost these great players.
Yeah.
They've been fantastic.
And I think
We've ruled the world.
Gambia started to talk about transition a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
you have to.
But we all knew this transition was coming.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because their team was so old, right? That
Yeah.
people will say, oh, they've lost Virat and Rohit, who weren't making any runs, and they've lost Ashwin, right? But they haven't just lost them. They've lost the experience, the wisdom, everything that comes with them. But they've also lost Pujara and Rahane as well, right?
Yeah.
Mohammad Shami hasn't played in a long time. He's probably still their second best
Jadeja's
fast bowler.
36.
Jadeja's not what he used to be. There's no doubt watching him at the moment. Washington Sundar is an incredible talent, and in 6 years' time, he might be one of the world's best players. He's not now, right? The other thing I would say is it's not just about transition, it's about clarity of position. And Gambia has this theory of we want as many all-rounders as possible, we want to be as flexible as possible and everything else. And I get that, but I don't think his players are ready for the lack of clarity that comes with you might be batting here in this game, you might be batting here. Juve Durrell, you're a specialist batter now. All these little things that are happening at the moment. In a couple of years' time, they've still got more talent than anyone else.
Yeah,
they've got more talent than South
they'll,
Africa.
They'll
right?
come again.
Yeah.
They will definitely come again.
And it's not that far away. I don't know if you guys have seen Mike Yadav bowl. Like, if they can ever get him fit, he's going to be a handful in Test cricket. You put him with Bumrah and Siraj at first change. Good luck, beating that as a team. They've got so many spinners available to them. They've got a good crop of a couple of young all-round spinners coming through as well to back them up. Talent isn't the issue. They don't look to me like a team at the moment 100% knows what each individual player's role is, right? Some of that is because Gambia is sort of changing things on a week-to-week basis. But also, Gautam Gambhir is not a cricket coach, right? He was not hired because he was a cricket coach. He hadn't coached before. He's come in as a sort of more of a general manager, director of cricket role. He's learning how to do this with a team who's also going in transition. And it looks like from the outside at the moment, he doesn't know how to pull this back, right? Now, it could just be that they've made a massive error. So this whole thing of just picking guys who used to be players who've gone and done other jobs and they can be coaches. We've seen it in football, right? We've seen it in basketball. We've seen Ravi Shastri. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it goes horribly wrong, right? He doesn't know how to coach. So you've got a coach learning how to coach, the players learning what it means at this level. And then you've got what I would say is a very strict, he's got this, everyone has to be left hand, right hand. And, and we're going to try Washi out at first, and we're going to have Nitesh Reddy, who doesn't bowl, batting at number 8 in some games. What does Nitesh Reddy come into these games thinking his job is, right? Go back to the Moeen Ali thing of the old days of Moeen Ali going, what was I picked for this game for again? People have to understand what they do, and it just looks like that at the moment. And on top of all that, as I said, you take Shubman Gill out of this, who's what, 24, 25. Who's the next most senior player in that side? It's KL Rahul, who a year ago, every Indian fan would have dropped.
So, it's South Africa to step into the void.
Yeah, a great opportunity.
Even though South Africa aren't going to play any Test cricket,
which is a shame.
summer.
Yeah,
which is just
it's
sad,
madness,
right?
Yeah. And have I not just read that the World Test Championship is going to be every now and again just one test?
Yeah, they've that is. I don't know if it's official yet, but it's proposed, isn't it?
Yeah, just one test.
Yeah.
Where is it, and what surface is it on, and how do you gauge and govern that sort of thing? But South Africa have a great opportunity. India will definitely come again. The intrigue with India for me is all the great players that they've had. Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, MS Dhoni, all these great players. Are they an influence? Are they still an influence in Indian cricket?
I mean, I think if you look at it from this perspective, if we were picking the best under 23 cricketers in the world, I don't know how old Washington Sundar is now, but he wouldn't be far away from that list. Jaiswal is probably the first pick as a batter that any cricket team, if any cricket team could just pick someone from India, or to pick any player in the world, they would just pick Jaiswal to play for them. So it really is just trying to bring that together as a side. But the problem is, and we've seen this with Pakistan, right? That the fans now are so important and so loud that they're going to want changes over and over again. This should be a period where there was some fluctuation in their results. We're not really ready for that anymore, right? You have to, as he said, you have to win. And that's where the Indian team is now. They're going up against the best team in the world at the moment. As all three of us have said, 1-1 was probably a realistic result. I think when I looked at this 6 months ago, I think I had India winning 2-0. A month ago, I probably would have changed it to 1-1. And now you look at it, and coming into the second test, I was like, a lot of things have to go right for India to win this test.
There's a lot of talent in that team, in the India team, and don't overcomplicate it by, I've got to have a left-hander here, got to have players need clarity, and they've got enough talent in there to bed into situations.
It was I can't remember. It was some famous NFL coach who used to say the hardest thing in sport is like when you've got a theory and your theory's given you success before, of like basically go, oh, it's not working at the moment, I need to go away from it, right? And I think with Gambhir, he's gone the right hand, left hand, and the all rounders that's his big idea. And you look at it on paper, it still looks really good. It just hasn't worked, right? And part of the problem is Washington Sundar should probably be batting at number 6, right? And Rishabh Pant should be batting at number 5, and Jadeja should be batting at number 7. But he doesn't want to do that because then he's got left, right? And so in his head, he doesn't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
And it's the same, batting Washi at 3 and just trying all these different things. I want more bowlers in the side. If you're going to have a 2-day test, what do you need 6 bowlers for? Like, you've got to be prepared to go away from your theories, right? And that's what makes great coaches great. And he's obviously, had some success in the white ball team, but in the red ball, it's not particularly working for them at the moment. I just think they need to get away from thinking about theories and just start thinking, how do we
Keep it simple.
Gautam Gambhir is the Ruben Amorim of cricket.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.